Hi, these comments are for AJ. This is Michael from BetterTOEFLScores.com. I'm listening to a indie or integrated speaking practice test that you sent me yesterday, and let's take a look at it. So I'm getting the rubrics all set up, and let's get to your speaking. So you said in the actual email that you're working on your tone a little bit. You're trying to work on your pacing to improve your intelligibility. So let's see if your practice is actually working, right? And remember that improving pronunciation permanently for the long term, it takes considerable time in order to really cement those changes in your brain where they're long lasting. So be patient. All the practice you're doing right now, it may not help you exactly right now, but it will benefit you in the future. So keep it up and always remember to get as much exposure to the language as you can, and that really does have an impact in helping you to speak fluently, to speak coherently, and to speak intelligibly. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to your practice test here maybe a couple of times.
The reading passage discusses a topic about swarm intelligence, which is when insects swarm together to complete complex tasks with their complex behaviors. To begin with, the professor in the listening talks about this phenomenon by giving an example of ants.
Okay.
He mentions that the ants actually works together and lives in a colony, and this way they can find food easily too. Furthermore, he explains that when ants finds food in a tree, they actually swarms together and moves through the branch. Later on, when they finds that the branches have some wide spaces, they start to stack themselves through their back legs and front legs, and this way they creates a bridge. Because of this, they can easily move through one places to another and find foods. So this is how the professor explained the topic.
All right. So my first impression is still you're right around 2.5. So you're having some problems with your intelligibility. That means delivery. I think you had a few problems with your language use. And maybe with topic development, I'm going to listen to it one more time, see if I can uncover any less noticeable or less obvious problems that you might be having right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Here we go.
The reading passage discusses a topic about swarm intelligence, which is when insects
You want to say discusses swarm intelligence.
swarm together to complete complex tasks with their complex behaviors. To begin with, the professor in the listening talks about this phenomenon by giving
To begin with, no, you've already said something before, so it isn't to begin with. You might say, in addition, the professor gives an example to further illustrate the idea. I could see that, and that would kind of show the better connection between the information in the listening with the information in the reading passage.
giving an example of ants. He mentions that the ants actually works together and lives
The ants work together, not works together. So ants is actually a plural subject, so you need to have a plural verb there.
in a colony, and this way they can find food easily too.
I would put so that they can easily find food instead of and in this way. That might be a little bit more advanced grammar and more concise to explain that idea.
Furthermore, he explains that
I like your use of the word furthermore. Good choice of transition words to add to what you've already said.
when ants finds food in a tree, they actually
When ants finds food. So you're overcorrecting, I think, on your subject verb agreement, right? So you're having some trouble with that third person present singular inflection s, right? So you say the ants find food by working together, or you say an ant finds food if it works with other members of the colony, you might say. So be careful about singular subjects versus singular verbs, or plural subject versus plural verbs.
swarms together and moves through the branch. Later on, when they finds that the branches have some wide spaces, they start to stack themselves through their back legs and front legs, and this way they creates a bridge.
This way they what? I couldn't quite hear what you said there. Let me go back one more time.
Later on, when they find that the branches have some wide spaces, they start to stack themselves through their back legs and front legs, and this way they creates a bridge. Because of this, they can easily move through one places to another and find foods. So this is how the
And find food. So the S ending is kind of killing you right now, right? So maybe before you were forgetting to use the S ending, right? And I might have reminded you, don't forget when the verb is singular in the present tense, or when the subject is singular, then the verb should also be singular. Like if I say John walks to school every day. But in this case, you're now putting the S ending when it's not needed. So you don't want to overcorrect your errors either. So there's a balance, right, between not omitting your grammatical word endings to using them when they're not needed, right? You got to find that middle ground there.
professor explained the topic. Thank you.
All
The
right. All right. Thank you for completing that. So you might want to take a look in the pronunciation area of my course. Check out that lesson on grammatical word endings, syllable division, and grammatical word endings. I think that's a good lesson for you right now. Keep working with the intonation and also with the thought groups and blending. I think those are areas you need to continue to practice in order to improve your intelligibility of American English. Watch out for your subject-verb agreement. That's a language use issue you're having trouble with, so be careful about that. And overall, I notice when you're trying to explain other people's ideas, or for example, from a reading or listening passage, you don't always have the grammar or the vocabulary to do that. So you have to work in those areas in my online course. So spend time continuing to improve your vocabulary and also to improve your grammar. Your score, as I said previously, I think it's around maybe 2.5. I'm going to put you at 18 points out of 30 on this practice test.